unboxing. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you ever noticed black fur in my videos, the cat at the beginning of the video is the reason why. So today I am here with a sneak peek from Diamond Art Club. This is one of their new releases for this weekend. You're also going to get some ASMR cat crunches in the background. Hope you don't mind, he'll be done soon. This kit is called Gumball Trinket. It's by Pomiechi, which is the artist of a kit I recently completed called Fairy Workspace. That the colors and the whole vibe of it were so dreamy. I'm just gonna want like all of this artist's work because it was pure joy to work on. This looks like it is the same kind of feeling. So we're gonna look at this one together. Not too big, you guys, 40.7 by 48.4 centimeters or 16 by 19.1 inches. It's in like the smaller box. So, you know, nice to have some smaller kits in the mix from time to time. It's also going to have round diamonds, so if you prefer working with round diamonds, that's also typically considered more beginner friendly. Colors-wise, actually a good number of colors, 64, including 4 ABs and 4 fairy dust. We'll look at those together when we're looking at the diamonds in a bit. If you're new to diamond painting, we've got some information on the back about how to diamond paint. I will also have some beginner videos linked below if you'd like to take a look. At the bottom of the box, they do put the artwork and the title, which I find to be really helpful when I'm trying to find a diamond painting from where I have them all stacked on shelves on top of each other. So it's really handy, really, to just be able to look at the bottom of the box and see what the kit is and not have to pull the whole box out. So if you, by the way, are brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of making your very first purchase, someone remind me, I need to replace this blade. Like, I've needed to for a while. It is struggling. Okay, back to what I was saying. If you're new to DAC and thinking of making your very first purchase, I have a 20% off code I wanted to share that you can use. And it is just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 20. That is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it. There's no pressure at all, but of course, thank you so much if you do choose to use it. Now let's take a peek at our toolkit. Sorry, we'll start with the toolkit, and it looks like this is going to have a slight variation from the toolkits that I've been unboxing with the rather large kits lately. I'll explain, but Diamond Art Club's toolkits in general tend to be pretty comprehensive and have some nice upgrades from your standard run-of-the-mill diamond painting toolkit. The first thing I wanted to point out is their pens. They call this a twist and pick pen. It comes preloaded with a clear wax. And still got the metal tip on it and everything, and you twist it, the wax will start coming out the end. Now, if you run out of the wax that's already loaded in there, they give you some extra, actually a lot of extra, and they give you some of their classic pink heart wax if you prefer that to the clear. You can also use either of these waxes in the multi-placer end, so they put a 4-placer in here that is removable, and they give you a 7-placer as well. This also fits the metal multi-placers they sell that are the push-in style like this, not the threaded screw-in type. So you have that as an option. They give you some extra baggies. You could store some of your leftover diamonds in these. And then the tray is probably my favorite of their toolkit upgrades. This is where there can be some variation. Extra there. This is a smaller version of the tray. If you get a big diamond painting from Diamond Art Club, the box itself will be slightly wider and can accommodate a slightly wider tray. So this is a smaller version of that tray, but it's still bigger than your kind of standard basic tray. It's still probably about the size of a deck of cards. You can pour a good amount of diamonds in here to multi-place with. It comes with a removable stopper and a sliding lid. So same features as a larger tray, it's just simply a little bit smaller. It's also stackable. There's cutouts at the top and bottom, so you can kit up into these, you can put the sticker label at the end, and then you're all set. So I appreciate that it's still an upgraded tray, but understand that just logistically speaking, they can't fit the larger tray in these boxes. In here is going to be a set of stickers and our treasure quest card. Let's take a peek. So we have our treasure quest card here, which has 2 purposes. One is to be a really pretty collectible, and the other is to be part of a secondary rewards program. Diamond Art Club has their standard rewards program that's just points-based and is pretty, I feel like it's pretty generous actually on their website. This is on top of that. And how this works is that your treasure quest card comes with a rank. This is bronze, which is by far the most common. Like 98% of the cards I get are bronze. And there's also silver, gold, and black, with black being the rarest. If you get this kit, it is possible you'll get one of the other ranks of cards, but bronze is certainly the most likely. These cards have redemption codes on them. You scratch off this area here and go to this part of the Diamond Art Club website. Once you get various combinations of these cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or custom diamond painting. I have a video where I kind of walked through that process and demoed it for you. That'll be linked below if you are curious. On the inside of this envelope, there is some helpful info, including, I just want to point out that they have a Facebook group and they do have a mobile app that you can use. Our stickers here. Here's the original artwork, which is so freaking cute. There's something about this artist's artwork. I think it's so adorable. These are all individual stickers. I use this in my paper logbook once I actually go to start working on a kit. And then we have a set of sticker labels. Look how happy that is. It's like a pastel rainbow. Oh, that makes me so happy. 64 colors in total. The code you see in the right-hand column is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies will use this color code system. DAC puts their special drills at the end. So we've got Z, which is our fairy dust, and AB, which is our baby diamonds. You'll also sometimes see 6000s range colors, which, if you didn't know, are not colors from the DMC. These are actually colors that Diamond Art Club created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system, because there are some color families that are a little limited, like purples, blues, browns, even some grays, I feel like. So since DAC makes all their drills in-house, they just went, you know what, how about we make some of the colors that are just missing, and then they can match the original artwork that much more closely. Okay, we've got another canvas with pink lines. I don't totally understand the rhyme and reason to why some canvases are coming with pink lines as opposed to gray lines, but sometimes weird things happen with like production orders and stuff. So anyway, let's look at the canvas itself. I'll explain what the pink lines are in a moment, but look how cute it is. You know what? I saw the social media preview of this one go up. It went up on Wednesday, I think. And a lot of people were in the comments saying, I wish this one were a partial. I wish that I didn't have to diamond paint this background. So just fair warning, if you're someone that doesn't enjoy large color blocked backgrounds, this does have that. I'd imagine there are some things with the logistics of this that make it more difficult to have this be a partial. I don't know. I don't work at the factory or the process, but I will say that I've recently worked on some DAC round drill kits that are newer, and the drill field is really nice to work on. I find that my drills line up really neatly when I multi-place. So where a couple of years ago I would have dreaded working on a big light color blocked background like this, it doesn't seem nearly as intimidating to me now. So maybe if that's at all reassuring to you, I just thought I'd mention it. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through the features of these kits just in case you're not familiar with DAC. I wanna make sure you kind of get a sense for what they have to offer. So up here at the top, we have their branding, Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club. The canvas material itself is really soft on the back and has a nice weight to it. Typically with canvas material, I'm just looking at, does it hold drills well? Does it lay flat well? What's it like to diamond paint on? And this checks all the boxes for me personally. Let's see what the glue is like. That is seeming, you know, pretty sticky to me. I know I've been trying to pay attention and see if I'm noticing any issues with the glue, and I have to think that possibly based on my climate is why I just really haven't been. This seems like a relatively normal amount of stickiness to me, you guys. So just mentioning that because I've seen some people asking about that lately. They also put a thick plastic cover on here that has sections, perforated sections. So if you want to have these designated areas to work within, you have the option of doing so, and the lines just help you see where the edges are. Depending on the kit that you get, it may have pink lines like this, or it might have gray lines. Those are the two I've seen at the moment. I thought they were moving away from the pink completely, but more recently we've been seeing some kits pop up with pink lines instead of gray. So anyway, legends at the top left and bottom right. Then at the bottom left, we have a thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. So what this means is that this piece is legally licensed, and so Pomiechi has both given permission to Diamond Art Club to use this artwork and is fairly compensating them for it as well. And this is the case with all of DAC's pieces. Here we've got their socials and another discount code. And your kit does come with a lifetime warranty as long as you were the person that originally purchased this kit or any kit from the DAC website. You are covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color, have any trouble with your kit, you can contact customer support and they can take you from there. And that I said purchase from the website. If you purchase from one of their third-party retailers like Amazon or Walmart or something, you could still get the warranty. You just typically have to register the kit, and there's usually a registration card included with those kits. But if you get it from the website, you don't have to worry about that. It's just automatically tied to your email and account, I guess. Now, this kit has obviously lots of color blocking. We have lots of the same color in an area like this, so grab your multi-placer. This is a great kit to practice multi-placing. That's going to go fast, or it can if you want it to. You'll have that color in your tray for a while as well. The opposite of color blocking is confetti. There's some little examples in here in some of these details. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. And so there will be some more single placing. You'll be changing the color out in your tray more often. And it typically takes a little bit longer to get through. By and large, this kit is color blocking heavy for sure. It's going to go fast. This is going to be a nice smaller project to work on in between bigger projects, or if you just typically prefer smaller projects, I think this is going to be right up your alley. And it's so freaking cute. I can't stand it. Okay, so let's look at drills. Let's see how many bags of that background color we're going to have in here. They do put a sticker on here that tells you what kit these go with, just in case you store these separate from the canvas. So there's our color spread. Just like I said earlier, a pastel rainbow. It's just so happy. First up is our background color, which is 3770. It's like a very, very, very pale pink, almost ivory. And we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of it. Our background color. And then we have our first special drill, which is Z3865. Now, this is a fairy dust color. All the ones that start with the Z are. Fairy dust diamonds have, you can see it looks like a fine glitter coating on the tops of these diamonds. Someone just brushed it on there. This is going to give it a pearlescent shimmery kind of effect, and it will stand out from regular diamonds, but not in a really in-your-face way like, say, ABs will. But I actually really love fairy dust diamonds. They're some of my favorite kinds of special drills that DAC has. Here's our next fairy dust. It's Z747. We've got a light blue one, little baby blue. And we will take a look together at the kit to see where these different special drills will be found after we look at all the colors. Here's our first AB, AB211. Now, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These get their name from the northern lights. They have a very, very sparkly iridescent coating on the top that is definitely going to stand out from the drills around it. Certainly more than fairy dust diamonds do. So these even have kind of like a variety of color on the top. It's going to grab some of the colors of the drills around them and pull your eye to the areas that these have been charted. I feel like with these ABs, you can really see how faceted DAC's rounds are as well. I feel like they just keep trying to improve their drills. And their rounds have, like compared to squares, I would say rounds from DAC have more of a twinkly, sparkly effect, whereas squares have more of an overall shiny sheen. I don't know, has that been your guys' experience as well? I'm curious. Here is, I think, do we just have 3 fairy dust? No, we had 4. Okay, so this is 3 of 4. Z3840, a little bit darker blue than the other one. Really a medium toned blue though, light to medium. And then our next AB is classic white AB, AB5200. Rachel Ray called this one unicorn skin, I believe. And then I'll leave you guys zoomed in for the moment because I see our next special drill, which I think is our last AB, a tiny bag of AB 963, so a little bit of light pink AB. And DAC always gives you extra unless there's like an error. And if you run out of a drill color, you can contact them for replacements. But there's such a small amount of that, it's not going to be much on here. This is our last special drill, which is another fairy dust color. I'm wrong, there's one more AB, I just looked at the legend. This is our last fairy dust color though, Z3801. This is like a tomato red, I feel like. Now these drills are not in DMC order. They're roughly in order of weight or the amount of diamonds. And we just have so many colors in this kit that we just have the smallest amounts of. Like I said, DAC typically gives you extra. You should have extra, but I have on occasion run out of a drill color. And if that happens to you, you can contact customer support. They can send out replacements. If you were to run out of a bunch of different colors, sometimes they'll ask you to complete the whole kit first, and there might be a limit on the number they can send out, but I never run into that myself. Here's our last special drill. It is AB 3348, which is a green AB. It's more olive in person. The camera is making it a little more saturated than it really is. I'll try to fix that in post, fix it in post. Apparently one of my kids' tablets is going off. Okay, let me take a quick peek and find our special drills just to save us a little time. I'll be right back. All right, so just as a quick refresher, for fairy dust, we had white, medium blue, light blue, and a tomato red. For ABs, we had white, olive green, light pink, and light purple. So right off the bat, our light blue color, there's a little bit of that light blue fairy dust just down here at the bottom in the corner. And more of the medium toned blue is this blue color in the middle of this little capsule. The white is white fairy dust. There's some white fairy dust in the white here, as well as a little bit of the green AB right there. And then this color of blue is the medium blue fairy dust color with some white fairy dust in the middle. The white here is white fairy dust. And then the light purples you see in here are going to be the light purple AB. So lots of sparkly bits of light purple there, light purple AB here. This little twisty bit, the middle color is the medium toned blue AB, fairy dust. This is the medium blue toned fairy dust. The white here, where the little prizes come out, is going to be white fairy dust. And then these sparkles, like this white sparkle here, and so on, that's white AB. So we have white fairy dust and white AB. The sparkles are going to be the white AB. This white is white fairy dust. This purple is purple fairy dust. There's some of the light blue fairy dust in the mix right here. Sorry, white fairy dust, purple AB, light blue fairy dust. You see, okay, this light blue color here, where my finger is the light blue fairy dust. Little bits of light blue fairy dust up here too. Then moving up into the actual machine, the gumball machine itself. The light green color in this leaf is going to be the green AB. This white color, this like sparkle, the sheen off of the dispenser is white AB. But then the white in the background all throughout the machine is white fairy dust. So there's just an overall shimmer all throughout. The bunny is white fairy dust. There's some sparkles over here that are white AB. We have purple AB right here. Talked about the green AB there. This bright red color right here in our little digital pocket friend. That's going to be that tomato red fairy dust. It's also this bright red color over here in these outlines. We have some of the medium toned blue fairy dust right here, these colors. Lots of white fairy dust in here, all that white color. Some of the light blue fairy dust in here. No green AB here, I wasn't sure. The light pink AB, which we just don't have much of in this piece at all, is the light pink in the turtle's shell, so it's really cute there. This purple flower has some purple AB and some light blue fairy dust actually. And there's a patch of the light pink AB right here. Probably an object we just can't totally see. We have a little bit of that tomato cherry red fairy dust over here. And then some of the light purple AB, these light purple colors at the top of the machine. This is white fairy dust. This is white fairy dust. This is white fairy dust. And these white sparkles back here are white AB. So also a couple of blue sparkles right here that are the light blue fairy dust color. And I think that's all she wrote. So this has a lot of special drills in it. I like that just with the overall magical kind of effect to it, like it just looks happy and shiny. So a lot of these like really shiny areas or kind of magical areas, we've got special drills galore. And I think it's gonna just make this overall feel really magical and extra sparkly in a lot of really pretty ways. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I haven't done a dedicated post review on Fairy Workspace yet. I was going to point you over to taking a look at that kit if you wanted to get a general sense for how this artist's work can translate to diamond painting form. So what I'll do instead is I'll link to my March month in review video, where there's a portion of that video where I show you the whole canvas and review it a bit. So take a look if you'd like to just sort of see, how does this artist's work look as a diamond painting, and is that something that I like, and that means that I might hypothetically like working on this one. That's usually my suggestion for if you're on the fence about a kit and not sure how you feel or what you think it's going to turn out looking like. So as a really quick recap, this one is called Gumball Trinket. It's by Pomiechi, 48.7 by 48.4 centimeters, 64 colors, and round diamonds. This kit, along with the other new releases, are going to be coming out tomorrow, which is Saturday, April 18th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is general release. If you are in the Diamond or Ruby tier of the rewards program, you do get a half an hour early access window. And Diamond Art Club holds back stock for the general release. So if this sells out during the early access, you can check back during the general release and try to snag it then. I will always suggest for both releases, especially the early one, make sure you're logged into your account. I would suggest using the DAC website as opposed to the app, and go to the new arrivals section and be refreshing a couple of minutes before the actual drop time. Most of the time I do this, I'm refreshing, and I will often get my order confirmation email before I even get the official release announcement email with the link from DAC. So with kits like this, if this is one that ends up being really popular and sells fast, I just want to give you guys all the suggestions and tips that I can to help you have the best shot at snagging this. If you do miss out on it, first, I'm really sorry, it sucks, and I really empathize a lot. You could sign up for a back in stock notification as well as add it to your wish list. DAC actually just commented very recently in the VIP group that they look at things like the number of people that have, I want to make sure I get this right. They either specified that they look at wish list numbers or the number of people that have signed up for back in stock notification email numbers. They use one or both of those numbers to help determine which kits to restock and what kind of stock to get. So that kind of thing can help, and I always suggest doing that for sure. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I think this is absolutely adorable and just every bit of pure happiness that Fairy Workspace was to work on. And I really, really look forward to hearing from you guys if this one's going to be on your shopping list for the weekend or your wish list for someday, or one that you just enjoy vicariously through others. All of the above are fantastic options. You guys diamond paint. What brings you the very most joy? You guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies here on my channel. I also do things like tutorials and how-tos and weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting on Monday mornings. Either way though, I hope you are doing very, very well. Happy crafting, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye guys.